Hello witches, wizards, and those who are yet to receive their Hogwarts letters. Welcome to my Harry Potter kitchen. This is the YouTube series where I'm baking my way through the Harry Potter books, making a recipe for all the food and drink featured inside. If you missed last week's recipe for our butterbeer flavoured trifles, then check out the link down below in the description to catch up. But it's Magic Monday, so let's see what's up next. If you want more from the Great Hall Feast and you don't want to miss a thing from my Harry Potter kitchen, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get an alert every Monday when there is a brand new recipe. Speaking of which, the desserts await. Now JK definitely had a sweet tooth when she wrote this sentence because the desserts keep on coming. A moment later, the puddings appeared. Blocks of ice cream in every flavour you could think of, apple pies, treacle tarts, chocolate eclairs and jam donuts, trifle, strawberries, jelly. Now rather than doing a time-lapse video of me growing some strawberries, I thought I'd combine these two together and make some strawberry jelly. For this recipe, we're going to make a jelly layer with 100 grams of fresh strawberries and a pint of jelly made from 1 packet of jelly and 500 milliliters of water. For our strawberry mousse layer, you'll need 125 milliliters of water and 14 grams of gelatin powder, 250 milliliters of milk and 250 milliliters of double cream, 200 grams of golden caster sugar and 150 grams of strawberries. We're also going to decorate this one with some extra cream, strawberries and mint. Now as soon as I saw another recipe with jelly, you know exactly where I went. Back to the supermarket to get some more of this glittered jelly, which works so well in these recipes. This time we've gone for strawberry, and those bits of glitter are going to add an extra touch of magic. To make our jelly, we're going to pour our crystals into a jug and then add half of our water in hot, stir it through until it is nice and dissolved, and then add in the remaining half of water cold. This is just going to make sure it's nice and cool and sets a lot quicker. Pop this to one side and then it's time to prepare our strawberries. For this we're just going to chop off the leaves and then cut them into cubes. Once your strawberries are prepped and your jelly is nice and cold, it's time to prepare your glasses. For this you want to get yourself a cupcake mould and then tilt the glasses into them. This will make sure they stay at an angle while the jelly sets. Add your strawberries in and then pour over your jelly mixture. If you've got a nice thick gelatin mixture, then they won't float too much, but if they do, a quick trick is to add in half the jelly, freeze it, and then add the remaining half on top. You want to do this until the jelly is right up to the rim of the glass. Once they're good to go, pop them into the fridge to set for at least an hour. Now the reason we're adding our jelly into a glass at an angle is that it's going to set, and then when we tip it back up to fill with our mousse layer, we're going to get this magical slant that's going to be defying gravity. So it's definitely worth the little extra preparation that it needs. Okay, while your jelly is setting, you can move on to making the mousse layer, which is going to be hot, so we need some time to let it cool before we add it to the jelly. To begin the next layer, we're going to bloom our gelatin. So this means we need to add our water into a bowl and then sprinkle the gelatin powder on top. Give it a good stir and then pop it to one side for 5 minutes, and you'll know that it's done once you give it another stir. It should be nice and thick and gloopy. While your gelatin is blooming, you can prepare your strawberries by placing them into a food processor. Blitz these up until it's a nice smooth puree and then pass it through a sieve to remove the seeds. Once the gelatin and strawberries are ready, you want to place a saucepan on a medium heat and then add in your milk and your cream. Warm this up until it's hot but not boiling, and then add in your gelatin and your sugar. Whisk this through until it's well combined and then add in your pureed strawberries. Give it a good stir and then transfer your mixture into a jug. Again, we need to let this cool, so place some cling film over the top, press it down so it touches the top of the mousse, and that will prevent any skin forming. Once it's nice and cool, you can remove your jellies from the fridge and then turn your glasses the right way up, and they should hold their shape. Slowly pour the mousse mixture into the other half of the glass, right up to the top of the jelly layer. Once they're nice and even, pop them back in the fridge to set for at least an hour. So this is a super simple recipe and a great one to make with the kids. All it takes is a small angle trick to make yourself a showstopper. But of course, no showstopper is complete without a bit of added decoration. So this step is up to you to use your creativity to give it an extra bit of pizzazz. Once your mousse layer is set, it's time to remove it from the fridge and get on with your decoration. I've used some freshly whipped double cream with a star nozzle to pipe on top of the mousse. I've then taken some leftover strawberries and sliced them up and then fanned them over the top of the mousse. And placed a sprig of mint on top as well, just to give it that extra restaurant-style finish. When you're decorating with fresh fruit and mint, it's always good to dust it with icing sugar just to add a little bit of extra magic. And we're done. This two-tone strawberry jelly mousse dessert is serving up the best of both worlds. So that's another Great Hall Feast dessert in the bag. And if you like this recipe, let me know down below in the comments, which is your favorite layer, the jelly or the mousse? That's all for this week's recipe, but if you want to see more from my Harry Potter kitchen, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get an alert every Magic Monday when there is a brand new video. Until then, have a great magical week.